Good afternoon, all. Thank you for joining our today's webinar on ensuring first-class manufacturing success. I'm Saira, working as team lead here for Altium products here at DSAS Microsystems. And this session is under recording. If anyone having any questions during the presentation or during the demonstration, please type your questions in the chat. We'll discuss at the end of the demonstration. This is our today's agenda. We are going to discuss about what is project release, and followed by discussing about the traditional ways to release a project and what all options we have available for releasing the project. Sorry, in Altium Designer, and stages of project release, followed by demonstration and Q&A. So, what is project release, and when do you use it? A project release is a packed up final version of the project files that includes your project data like schematics and PCB, manufacturing data like your corpus and serial files, assembling other data. As you are downloading your board, it goes through several design stages. And while it is still a work in progress, changes are allowed and the necessary approvals are made. It is at the end of the development process, and we have had everything checked and approved, and that we have to do a project release so that we can hand over our manufacturer a nice design package. At this point, no changes in the file can be made. When a project is being created or released, a series of output data is generated as a part of package. And there are some benefits to create these packages. When you have a consistent release process, you help to create repeatable and predictable results for subsequent PCB manufacturing process operations. Also, you'll have a backup of your entire project and the output data. Let us take a look at the traditional ways of releasing a project. There are few ways we have seen people release their project, and they are not always the best. The most important consuming and non-automated way to start creating a package for your manufacturer is to export separate files for production or assembly manually. A more common way is to use customized output job files. This gives you some automation of the output data release, but we have to remember to generate data for all variants, if any, as well as think about the storage of all files. Oftentimes, users store project and output data in the project folder. Sometimes people do use the project packager tool, but they also store it locally. What's wrong with this is that you risk data loss, and also these files are not really accessible to other user teams or manufacturers. Therefore, computed files are achieved for storage or backed up via the cloud using something like Google Drive. In other companies, PDF systems are often used to store releases. In this case, it is necessary to ensure the invariability of stored files, manage users' access rights, as well as use a version control system to organize the storage of different versions of releases. Traditional ways is the where we can able to release all your projects. Now we will discuss about the project releaser option inside the Altium Designer. For releasing projects, Altium Designer uses the different um, techniques. We have the first one is project releaser. The project releaser automates the release process as well as task advantages of version control storage. Because the release process is automated, you won't miss any output data, and all the necessary data such as source files, production data, assembly data, and the custom data is automatically generated and includes release package. When releasing a project using the project releaser, it goes through a series of steps which we will discuss in the next. The process of releasing a project using project releaser is based on the pre-configured output of files. You can use your pre-configured files attached to the project, or if you don't have these files, you can add them to the project automatically. The only thing you need to do is change some settings so that they meet your requirements. The project releaser allows you to collect all output data and release the project to a local folder or archive as well as to the Altium 365 server. Using the project releaser with Altium 365 is preferable option when doing your project releases because it offers a number of advantages. The first is you are working in a version control system. In a version control system, the releases are available for displaying project history and any release data can be downloaded, opened, and if necessary, compared to previous releases. Another advantage is that you won't be confused about where the latest version of your projects and outputs are available through a web browser. When customers or stakeholders don't have alternate Designer, they can access the files within the browser by using Altium 365, and also you can send these files to your manufacturer by using the Altium 365. Then there is no question of the data storage where you will be sometimes getting hey Sairam, my email domain won't accept this much larger file of data. Could you please compress? Yes, Gerber file can't be compressed, right? If you use a file releaser and if you release your Gerber to Alt365, from there you can send directly Gerber to your fabricator or assembly team with an email, uh, and you can able to directly share with them. Sorry, stages of project release. When project starts the release process, there are 6 steps before it release the packages. The first step is configuration step. When you run the release preparation and the project is validated, we configure necessary checks in the output of files. As well as it is important to know that when a project fails validation, then the release process will be stopped and no information will be released. Information about past and failed validation will be displayed, and you will have to go back to the project and fix what caused the validation failure. If the validation are completed, then all the output data is generated. After that, they can easily be reviewed. If everything is fine, you can save them files further depending on the method you are chosen and directly to your PC or to server, which is ability to add description to the releases. Now let us see how we can use this project releaser to release a project to your managed server under 365 or to your local folder. How we can able to release it by using Altium Designer. Let us have a demo. Yes, now I am in Altium Designer. Now you can see I have a project panel. In the project panel, I have a project, and you could see I have control to my workspace. I will teach my workspace here, and this project I have uh, already managed in my workspace. And by seeing this green tick marks, it very well understood that this project is in the version control. And this is my PCB dock. If I click on PCB dock, I could able to see and visualize the PCB. And this is the my board, which will be a power distribution board. Now we are in 2D. It's a 4-layer board. When I press 3 for 3, you can able to see the board in 3-dimensional view. Now let us go ahead and start using the project data by using the project releaser. Just to access the project releaser, just go to the project, right click on the project name, and you'll be seeing an option called project releaser. Just select the project releaser. Automatically, based on the output of files we set, it will automatically gives the required data to be generated. You can see here we have got the source data. If you click on details, you can see what data is going to be released. This is very important. Without source data, we can't able to generate others. It is by default will be enabled. And if you go to the other details, this includes fabrication data. This data is based on the output of file we set, and we have the assembly data without variant, and we have other assembly data with variant. If you don't want this variant data, you can uncheck this only without variant. That product data will be released. And if you want to configure this output job file, you want to do some changes, just click on configure. Automatically, the output job file will get open, and you need to do the required changes. And then if you save back, automatically those changes will get reflected here. I think just give me a sec. Something went wrong with my Altium, I believe. Don't know. Just a second, team. Let me figure out this. Yes. This is my output job file. When I click on configure, it has opened this particular output job file. If I want to configure any changes I want to do, just click on configure. I can able to do the changes here and save. Automatically those changes will get updated here. And the next thing we need to look into is we have got the process of steps. We have got six steps. One is configuration, which allows you to configure the project data. And the validation means first it will based on the validation we have checks we have enabled. Based on that, it will check the validation process. We have enabled the DRC and food canvassing report. Once these two checks got passed, then only it will move to the next step, which is called generation data. Once generated data is completed, then we will get option to review. Once review is completed, we can just click on release option, which will help you to release the data to the Altium 365. And at the final, we'll get a report with the links where to explore the data in the Explorer panel inside the Altium, where it's been explore panel for the Altium 365 data. These are the 6 steps of the process where the provider user process it for releasing your fabrication data and assembly data to the Altium 365 or to your local managed folder. And another important thing is we have here options here. When you click on options, we'll get options for release options, which target we want to push this data to. Here we have 3 options. One is unmanaged folder cheap and a managed cloud identify, and we can also enable this option for source data and fabrication data. But now I want to push this design to the Altium 365. That is select only this Altium 365 only, and then click OK. And then once we set the project managed where it need to be get managed, then we just need to click on prepare. Once you can prepare, let us see how it will going to do the process. Just click on prepare. Once you select it, it will ask us to do some things to be accepted. Yes, I want to create this T. Yes. Once you accept this, it will ask us to commit or save the changes. Yes, you have to commit. Once commit is done, that means once we say prepare, it will going to create 3 folder size. The 3 folders that we need to be commit to the server. That's why we are just committing this changes what we are requesting to for the project user. We have to accept it. Once this is done, I think due to this, sorry, DRC, it is now checking the DRC. Once DRC is passed, then we have a one thing which is saying that the footprint comparison report is failed. If you go to the panels and messages, and you can see here there is an option where it is saying the footprint comparison report is being failed. Then what need to be done? We need to go back to the design, and we need to update these libraries from the server. Uh, Design update from libraries. Yes. Just a second. Update from library. Yes. We have to go to tools, and we need to do some changes. Let us do the changes. As I told, if you have any changes, update from PC libraries. Yes. Let us delete. Let me cancel this, and let me re try the same. See, this is the way once we have any process that failed, the tool may not going to release the data to the yes, commit and push. Now again it will run the process. I update the libraries. I don't know why still it is being failed multiple times. Let us uh, let us. I think it may go. It will take some more time to debug the issue. Let us why I just purposely created this issue is to highlight how it can be triggered, and how it can be uh, again it is made the same. Let me again do the same. Let me uncheck this step. Let me uncheck this so that we can. Yes, this is how we can able to do. But the footprint comparison, it will take bit time to welcome the seller. That's why I just skipping the process. But we should not skip the process. We have to go through the all the necessary steps, and we have to update your proper library, and we have to proceed further in generating the your project releaser. And we have seen how the error will be shown in the message panel. If we have any error, the message panel will pops up. There is some error. We can just uh, by reviewing the message, you can go back to the PCB editor, and there you can able to easily um, relook into that error, and you can run this process. This process will help the designer not to do any kind of mistakes while getting the kernel, because if you have any issue in the terms of DRC or the footprint comparison, if you don't have this kind of process release the Gerber. Then if you are releasing the normal way, then the tool will let you to generate the Gerber without doing all these checks. But when you adopt this release process, even to identify or even to here, then automatically the tool will let you to release the data without validation checks. It won't let you. Okay, and you can see we have option Gerber has been generated. If you want to view any assembly data, if you click on view, it will automatically help you to review. This is the assembly view, and this is PC with 3D print, and this is the assembly view of your Gerber. We have to visualize the same here. And once we done with this thing, why there is no option for release? I think we have got 6 steps. Why we have got only 7 steps? Let me I don't know what is wrong with this process. Am I doing any mistake? Let me. Yes, here we got 6 steps. Mhm. Why I got only 20 add section, I can able to add section. Yes. But I don't know why it is being showing only three. These are again I'm in the process. Once it's been done, it's supposed to show here. You can just click on view and you can able to view that data here and also view that bill of material what is being generated. And the same data we can able to view in the Altium 365. So now I just click on the bill of material. That is see how it's going to show the bill of material. But this is the process to generate the Garbar by using the project releaser. Just give me a second, it's taking a bit time for releasing the bill of material. Yes, now we just say save to server. Now it is being processed. Now if you click on here and you can just click on exploit to show the way it's been stored. And if you want to see the Garbar here, you can able to click on here, you can click on this browser symbol. It will take you to the Altium 365 workspace where the project has been released. We have the project data projects here, and what are the projects we have. You can able to see from here, and this is the project which is being generated, used by us for generating the Gerber. Currently, just it is not showing the release. I don't know what is wrong with this project. Let me try with a different project. I'm not sure what's wrong with this project. Why I'm not able to generate. I'm not sure. Let me figure out this problem with another project. Maybe there is some conflict happening with the same name, I believe. Let me take a different project because if I use this one so that I can have a better view. This is by PCB. Sorry, apologies for the deal. I just did before it and I don't know why it is happening. Let me try with this. Yes, let us click on prepare. Now the same process. Maybe I don't know. I have a duplicate project. I believe that's why it is not releasing the Gerber. I forgot to rename the PCB. Yes, now see we are getting the six steps. Somebody is been working on the generating the data. Here we didn't have the DRC, but this is the process actually. This is now completely creating. And you can see if we have a multiple versions of Gradbot, now you can see it is showing A5, that denotes it is having a previous revisions also available. You can also click here to compare with the previous version, or you can directly compare inside the Altium 55 with the help of the Gradbot comparison feature. Now, once it's been done, you can just click on view as I showed you the same way, and then click on release. When you click on release, it will ask, see what data is going to generate, assembly, no variant and assembly with variant and fabrication data and the source data. All is going to upload to the workspace, and you just enter the description or some notes you want to have and click OK. It's going to upload your size. You can see 58.51 MB. If you are trying to set this size file to your fabricator, they will say, hey, Siren, could you please compress and share the carbon data as my mail server don't accept. I had heard these questions many times from my customers or from the fabricators, but this way there is no size limit or anything for fair use, so you can able to directly push your design to the Altium file and your release data, and from there you can share with your fabricator on their email. They can able to directly open the Altium file on their browser and they can download, and even they can comment. The comment can be seen directly in the browser. Now the process is going to take place. In between, if anyone having any questions in the process or anyone got confused with the earlier process I did, please let us know so that I will try to clarify. Sorry for the inconvenience which I caused with that old project due to the duplication of this project with the same name indicated problem. And now see here the project is generated fabrication. This is the link where which will help you to navigate this project in the Explorer panel. And these are the data which has been released to the Altium. If I click on this fabrication data, it will open the Explorer panel. Is a Explorer for the Altium 365 data inside Altium Designer. Whatever data stored in the cloud will be accessible through this Altium 365. Okay, now this is the project, and these many regions of Gerber has been generated. This is the fifth version. What is the Gerber data generated? You can able to see Gerber as a folder. It will be shown here, and Citril, ASCII files, and the fabrication data. You can see the life cycle status also, any child, and you can see where it's been used. If you have any project parameters, all the project parameters will be shown here. The same data we can able to see inside the browse Altium as I showed you. Now when I open Altium Designer, just go to projects. This is the let me see. This is the one. Just open. This is a project which we have managed in the Altium workspace, and these are releases. We have got 5 releases. These are release one initial release happened in January 20, and these release happened a minute ago. And you can click on show files. What files has been there, you can download here to download this project output data. And we have options where you can able to compare the Gerber with the previous version, and even bill of material and even schematics. And if you go to history, it will show the entire history of the project, the release process, at what time you release the uh, project data will be seen here, what kind of changes coming to the box, which will denote this a big uh, box denotes a major release. From here also, if you click on the stage types, you can able to compare with schematic bomb. From here, you can able to from the release, you can able to compare with schematic Gerber and the bill of material. With the commit only, you can able to compare the schematic and Gerber with the schematic and the bomb. With the release, you can able to compare with the schematic Gerber and the bill of material. And if you want to download, you can able to download as well. Download outputs or download source file. We can able to do the same. This is where use fault releaser to release the Gerber. And if you go back to the releases, you can also view the release Gerber in the Altium 365. You can see we have got different views: PCB, 3D, 2D, draftsman, and the stacker. If you go further, you see the source file, Gerber file, and if you click on this, it will get the preview of this particular layer here. For better understanding, let me open top layer. Now you can able to view the top layer Gerber here. You click go here, you have to disable the all the layers. You can able to view the only the top layer. Okay, like this, you have to view this. And if you want to do comment, you can able to comment. And if you want to send to manufacturer, then click on send to manufacturer, or come here, just click on send to manufacturer, which data you want to include. I don't want to include only fabrication data, and without variant I want to send. Then just the description and enter the email ID of the your fabricator and send it. You will be getting notification that so and so person has shared the project details, project files, output files. Okay, this is where we can use a project releaser to release your Gerber to the Altium 65. Now let us go back to the Altium Designer and let us see how we can release the project data to the local folder by using the project releaser. Okay, now let me open a project which I have want to show you how we can release it. Yes, this is the one which I want to use it to release the Gerber. And you can see I have the output job files added. This output job files I have properly configured what and all data I need to be generated. This is very important. Or if you don't want to, after project release also you have to configure, but better just configure before you jump into the project releaser. And then once you are done with this thing, let us see the design file, how it looks, the PCB editor file. So this is the PCB. When you press 3 for 3, you can able to visualize the same in 3D. Now I want to release this data by using project releaser, the output data by using project releaser to local folder in a zip file. Now let me the same process here also right click project releaser. Automatically it will pick the output job files what now we have created. The data will be shown here, source data and the output job file what you have set, design report and the single data. And important thing is we need to change that folder. Just a second. Why I'm not getting this option here, release? Yes, I don't know why it is behaving like this. Go to options. Here we have to select the unmanaged folder zip. I want in a zip format. Let's click OK. And then if you go to details, you can able to see the project information and what data. You just click on configure to open the same output job file. You can go for changing the same. And let us close this. And now let us click on prepare. Okay. Save the same thing. You have to save that project before we release. And again, the same process, DRC check, followed by a footprint comparison report. Once these two get passed only, as I showed, it is going to release the data, which is very interesting and very important. But yes, now this is bit quite faster enough because this size of the PCB is 2-layer as the previous one which I showed, which is 4-layer. Maybe it's in process. In the meantime, anyone having any questions, please do type in the question in the chat. We can discuss, or any one got confused with that previous process which I have failed to generate. Please type your question in the chat. But this is very easiest and organized way where you can able to release the project outputs once the validation is being approved. That means that the ARC is being passed. Okay. Now, if you say release, the project that are going to release to the respective folder where it is being set. Now, I just forgot to show you how this output data is being managed. Let's go to settings here and go to default locations. Here is the where the output of and the library path and document path will be stored. You can have to save this as per change as per requirement. Now this is the file like path where our data is being generated, source data, fabrication data, and the assembly data. If you click on this thing, it will open the folder where this data is being stored. Okay. If I open the zip file, you can see the source data and fabrication data and the assembly data. Okay. Yes, this is all about the ensuring first pass manufacturing success. To summarize our today's demo webinar, we have showed you how organizedly you can able to release the project data by using project releaser in the Altium Designer, and how we can push your design to Altium 365, how the validation will help you to check the ethical rules before releasing the data. And we have showed you how you can able to review the same in the Altium 365 browser, and how we can send to your manufacturer. And also we have showed how you can release the local folder which the project is being managed locally by using the project releaser. This is all about the student